One single commercial maintenance contract can replace up to 20 residential contracts, and it's predictable monthly revenue that comes in every single month. Most landscapers stay stuck at anywhere from 10 to 80 residential properties and they don't know where to go from there. It's because they're not targeting commercial maintenance contracts. In this video, I'm going to show you my exact system, how I professionally quote commercial maintenance contracts every single time with 3 simple numbers that you can get without even visiting the site. You can do this all through your computer, and this is how I guarantee to make money every single time and send professional quotes without fail. This is the system I use to generate over $30,000 in revenue every single month. Let's get into it. The second the lead comes in through my jobber lead form, I copy and paste that address into Google Earth and immediately I'll go look at the property. So let's say for the sake of this example that we are quoting this commercial property right here. This is a fairly standard industrial commercial property that we love to work on because it's super simple. It's the perfect commercial contract. Once I'm in Google Earth, what I do is I click this button right here, add a path or polygon, and I'll immediately start measuring out the 3 numbers that we look for. The 3 numbers that we need to get from Google Earth before we can find our pricing is the square footage of the lawn area, the square footage of the parking lot area, and the linear feet of all sidewalks. For the sake of this example, let's just quote from this area up. I will show you how easy it is to get these 3 numbers. Here's one grass area that I just marked out really quick. So I'll save this to project. For my business, I always make lawn care areas pink. That's just how I do it. I'll go in and I'll title it lawn care area. Let's keep measuring all the grass area and I'll show you how I measure the sidewalks and the parking lots after that. All right, beautiful. So now that we have all of the lawn area measured out, on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see that we have all of the areas marked out here. What you can do is you can shift click all of them and it will tell you the total square footage of everything. You can do pricing by square feet. I do that for residential, but commercially, I like to keep everything by acre. So you can see that this lawn care area here is 0.8 acres. What I'm going to do is round that up to a minimum of 1 acre. I have a 1 acre minimum for everything commercial wise. So that means even if it's a quarter acre lot or a half acre lot, we are going to charge our 1 acre minimum. Once I have this number, we go over to this beautiful commercial maintenance pricing spreadsheet. And this spreadsheet is exactly how I quote all my commercial stuff. I have that 1 acre of commercial lawn care areas. So I'm just going to enter 1 right there. And as you can see, all my lawn care pricing automatically updated here. So for this 1 acre property, monthly cost is going to be $543.75 right now before any add-ons. Now my add-ons for commercial properties are litter pickup and bed maintenance. How I price this out is we have a man-hour rate. I like to be at $70 per man-hour. This is the only part of the quote where you actually have to put some thought behind it. It's not based off square footage. Obviously for something of this size, I would go in person first, but it looks like we got a ton of garden beds. With this industrial area, there isn't a ton of garbage. So let's say on average, to weed this property takes 1 hour per visit. So I'm going to put 1 hour in the weeding man hours per service. And then let's say to pick up all the litter each time takes 15 minutes. So we'll put 0.25 here. I'm going to hit enter and you can see that automatically updated our price to around $925 a month for lawn care, litter pickup, and garden bed maintenance. And that seems like a perfectly fair number for me. So I am totally confident to send this quote off. And then you'll notice up here is our variables for lawn care. So my pricing can always be changed as well. So right now you can see that my pricing per acre is $125. So if this was a 2 acre property, you would see that automatically updates to double the price per cut, and it doesn't affect these add-ons here. So I keep everything nice and organized. We're at $125 per acre per cut. And one thing that people always forget is this number right here, 4.35. There are 4.35 weeks every single month. There is not 4 weeks every single month. There is 4.35. That extra 0.35 is a whole chunk of our profit in this industry, and we cannot forget about it. Based off that one number and a super quick estimate, I now have a monthly price for my lawn care cost. And then all I'm going to do is go to Jobber. I have a pre-built commercial property maintenance quote template, all pre-made here with lawn and landscape seasonal flat rate. Then we'll go back to the Google Sheet. We will copy this price here, right here. Maybe we'll round that up to $9.25 a month. This is a monthly contract from May to October, which is pretty common here in my area. And you'll also notice on this pricing sheet here, by putting in the acres, it also gave me a spring cleanup and fall cleanup price for this property. How I calculate that is simply just 4 times the cost per cut. In my experience, this number works extremely fairly for the cleanups. So I will go to my jobber quote template. For spring cleanup, we'll make it $500. For fall cleanup, $500 as well. Fall cleanup typically takes a little bit longer, but the spring cleanup's always way faster. These two always even out. You're looking at about $1,000 for the year, maybe 4 hours of work. Now for snow removal, this is where it gets a bit more complicated, but we use the same principles as before to calculate the snow removal price. I'm going to calculate how big this parking lot area is in acres, and then how long these sidewalks are in linear feet. There we have it. I will call this parking lot in my Google Earth file. Got an area of 1.38 acres for this parking lot. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna round that up to 1.5. Right here in total parking lot acres, I'm gonna say 1.5, enter, and you're gonna notice right away our cost per push is $375. And that's based off my price of $250 per push. We charge a 2-push retainer here where I'm at. So that means every single month they're paying for 2 plows. And then now for the sidewalks, it's super simple. Obviously around the building we have walks as well. So Google Earth lets you go in 3D and we can see that there's walks all the way around here. We'll call this sidewalks as well. And then on the left here, we can select both sidewalks by shift clicking and we can see exactly how long it is. So it's about 1,300 feet linear. We're gonna round that up to 1,400. Bigger areas here, that's gonna take longer to shovel. Pop back to the Google Sheet. Let's say 1,400 right here. Boom, you're gonna see our monthly sidewalk cost. So this is based off 10 cents per linear foot at an average of 11 visits per month. Average month, we're gonna go out 11 times, whether it be an inch of snow, a centimeter of snow, or a foot of snow. That's just the average in my industry, in my area. Just for monthly sidewalks here, we're at about $1,500 a month, which sounds fair to me. Every single month, we're probably gonna use an average of 2 bags of ice melt here. Each bag of ice melt is 44 pounds. So let's say we're gonna use 88 pounds of ice melt every single month. Boom, that's $176 because we bill $2 per pound of ice melt. It comes out to around $2,500 a month. So let's take this price here, throw it into our jobber form, snow and ice management. What we will do is we'll just paste that right there. That's our price. The little cherry on top, I will take a screenshot of the property from above with that beautiful site map that we made. And I will add the screenshot right here at the top so they can see that we took our time. We actively went out and we quoted this property properly. Just keeps it nice and beautifully organized. Then from here, we can send the quote off as a text message or as an email. It shows up super professionally on the client side because, as you know, Jobber is just the best in the business for landscaping maintenance quotes. We'll set it to bill every single month with this pricing, and then we go and we service weekly. We do not service bi-weekly for lawn care at all. It's a waste of money. Don't do it. It kills your business, kills your margins. Just don't do it. Everything is net 30 in the commercial world, so they have 30 days to pay the invoice. That's how I quote commercial property maintenance. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Obviously, you need commercial leads before you can quote it. There's a ton of different ways that we get our commercial leads. I can probably drop some videos on getting leads for commercial clients in the future. If you guys want to see anything about my business, drop it in the comments below. I'm an open book. I want to help you guys out. Want to get on Jobber, try it out for free. Use the link in my description below. You get 2 weeks for free. Running a crazy promotion right now, so you can hop on for pretty low price. Any questions about Jobber, hit me up. You can DM me on Instagram at levi.biz. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know what I'm saying. It's gonna be a long video to edit. But yeah, have a good night, everybody. Let's go.